All right, well, remember, we have the CPI numbers that came out this morning indicating a 9.1% inflation rate year over year, and the Dow is having some issues with that. See what it's doing now. Last time we looked, we were down about 400 points. Right now on the Dow Jones Industrial Average Futures Board, it's coming back somewhat. We have September now down 247. We're now at 30,720 on the day, so a bit of a bounce taking place here as we get closer to mid-session. On the U.S. dollar index, it's pretty flat. We're 58 points higher is all, so not a lot going on right there. On the crude oil trade today, we do have the August contract 89 cents higher. It had been lower, and now we're at 96.73 per barrel. I did want to point out we had some new ethanol production numbers. It looks like last week the ethanol production across the U.S. went down by 39,000 barrels a day to 1.005 million. Boy, it's barely above a million. That's been declining for at least 2 or 3 weeks straight. The stocks increased by 100,000 barrels as well, so that's a little bit of a concern. No imports this week. Well, let's take a look at our current grain trade on the corn market right now. Let's go to the CME and the CBOT board. September corn hanging right in there. We're 14 1/4 higher at 608 1/4. In December now up 15 cents on the day at 601 1/2. So we have cleared that $6 mark once again. Our quotes provided by Bar Chart are showing August soybeans 14 higher at 1482 1/4, and November now 8.5 cents higher on the day. Well, in the wheat market in Chicago, it's starting to get some traction here. September 19 3/4 higher now at 834. Well, that would be off of its earlier low this morning by about 28 cents or so. Let's go to Kansas City. We have that September contract up 16 cents now at 883 3/4. And that whipsaw action continues a little bit in spring wheat. We have September now 7 1/4 higher at 926. I'm joined by Todd Bubba Horwitz of BubbaTrading.com in Chicago. And this is one of those weeks here, Todd, where it'll take your head off. You have to keep your head on a swivel because there's so much volatility. So what's an update there?
Listen, it's a wild trade. We're in really thin markets. Okay, you've got not much going on. It's typical this time of year. Now, obviously, we haven't had this kind of price action over the last number of years because we haven't been at these higher prices. So you're getting some pretty violent swings between inflation, food shortages, and we've got some other issues that I think will push these things before it's all said and done, Marlon. By the time we get to harvest, I think we'll be much higher. But right now we're in the middle, of nothing. We're in the time of really just traders trying to push the markets back and forth, and I think that's the exact action you're seeing. The price action is just bigger than it is usually because prices are higher.
So I heard so much talk yesterday that there was a lot of fund money being pulled out of commodities. Do they have more to go? Is that really the case or not?
Well, I think there certainly was a bunch that came out, because, again, they ran back to equities for a while as equities are rallying, and now that equities are starting to break again, and equities are in trouble. And I think we can see that. I think that you're going to see some change, and I think that'll bring the money back into the commodity space. And obviously one of the number one places that money goes is grains once they get started. And that's what I'm expecting. Now, I could see some more turning, a little bit of a pullback to the downside again. But overall, I think, when we forward the clock 60, 90 days, I think we're 20, 30, 40% higher than we are today.
Really? Okay. Well, Todd, thanks for pointing that out, and we'll see how it turns out. I appreciate the comments. Todd Bubba Horwitz of BubbaTrading.com. He's located in Chicago. We'll pause, and we'll come back and talk livestock next.